Vital Signs, and this class is for the BSc Nursing second year students. We are already discussing about this unit Vital Signs. We have already discussed, so this is a revision class. So in today's class we will discuss about the sites of taking the temperature, what are the general instructions for a nurse which needs to be followed while measuring the temperature from these sites, what are the advantages and the disadvantages of taking the temperature from these sites, and what are the stages of rigor, and what is the nursing management of a patient who is going through these stages. So first of all, the oral temperature. So the measurement of temperature is done by the oral cavity. So where the thermometer should be placed? The thermometer should be placed on either sides of the frenulum of the tongue. So basically these are known as sublingual pocket or the heat pocket. So there are blood vessels, and uh, because when we are placing the thermometer here, the reading of the temperature of the reading will be accurate. So these are placed on either sides of the frenulum of the tongue. So you will ask the person to close the lips, but do not bite down the thermometer, because if we are using the mercury thermometer, it will be broken down, and then the person may ingest this mercury, which is very hazardous uh, element, right? So do not ensure that the lips are closed, but ensure that the person does not bite this thermometer. Then if you are using the mercury thermometer, remove it after 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes should be for at least 2 minutes this mercury thermometer should be placed in the oral cavity. And then if we are using the chemical dot thermometer, we have already discussed in the previous class how it looks. It is basically a disposable thermometer. So only for the 45 seconds it is placed in the oral cavity, and the temperature reading will be of that in which the last dot which has changed the colors, that will be the accurate reading of the thermometer. Now what are the advantages of taking the temperature from the oral route? First of all, it is very accessible and it is very convenient. And basically this thermometer must be used in those who can follow your commands, right? Follow your instructions. For example, if you are using this in an infant, so this is not feasible, right? Because they can't follow your instructions. So always use the oral route for those who can follow the instructions. So it is accessible and convenient for only those in which the person can follow the commands. Then disadvantages: thermometers can break if bitten. So if you are placing it in the mouth, so there are chances that the thermometer can be beaten down. Then inaccurate if client has just ingested hot or cold fluid or smoke. So basically wait for the 20 to 30 minutes and then take the temperature if the person has ingested any hot drink or cold drink or any fluid or smoking is done. Then the disadvantage is that it could injure the mouth following the oral surgery. Now the axillary route. So if the person can't take the temperature from the oral route, we can go for the axillary route. So before checking the temperature from the axilla, gently pat the axilla dry with a tissue, because if there is a sweat or the moisture, the reading may be inaccurate. But when you are cleaning the axilla from the sweating, avoid the harsh rubbing, because it will again generate or promote the heat, and that will disturb the give the inaccurate finding. Then place the mercury thermometer for 3 minutes in the axilla, because it is not placed in the cavity. So it should be placed for 3 minutes at least in the axilla. Now, what are the advantages? It is very safe and it is non-invasive, but the disadvantage is that the thermometer may not to be let in place a long time to obtain an accurate measurement. So it may be possible that for a long time, for at least 3 minutes, it is very hard to place it in a armpit. Now, the rectal temperature. The purpose is to determine the body temperature mainly for the infants, young children, adult, unconscious clients, and the post-operative patients. So because the infants can't follow your directions, so axilla and the oral root temperature measurement is very inappropriate. So for that, rectal temperature is used, and these are generally used for the infants, young children, those who are unconscious, and those who have undergone the operation. Basically, the rectal temperature gives the very accurate reading. Now, what are the contraindications for taking the temperature from the rectal route? If there is a injury, inflammation, and the surgery of rectum, it should be avoided. If there is fecal impaction, avoid it. The person is having chronic diarrhea, avoid it. And if the person require enema or the bowel wash, then do not take the temperature from rectal route. Now, before inserting the thermometer, lubricate the thermometer tip. For an infant, it should be half inch, and for child or the adult, it should be at least 1 inch. Then, how much thermometer depth should be inserted? For the infant, it should be 1.3 centimeter, and for the adult, it is 3.8 centimeter. Then, hold the mercury thermometer for 2 to 3 minutes in the rectal route. Now, these are the general instructions which should be remembered. Now, what are the advantages? It is very reliable measurement, so it gives very good and accurate reading. But the disadvantages are that it is inconvenient and it is unpleasant for the clients. It is discomfortable for the clients. It is difficult for the client who can't turn to the side, because we will give the side lying or the Sims position. So in those conditions, it may be difficult for the person. Then it could injure the rectum if it is inserted very harshly, or if the thermometer is not lubricated. Then if there is any stool, so it may interfere with the thermometer placement also, and also the reading also. Now we will discuss about the rigor. Rigor is characterized by the three stages: the cold stage, hot stage, and the sweating stage. So what happens in the cold stage? As the name is suggesting, it is a cold stage. It means the patient will shiver uncontrollably. The skin is very cold. The face is pinched and pale. The pulse is very feeble but rapid, and the temperature, body temperature of the person rises to 100 Fahrenheit or above. So what is the nursing care during this stage? Because the person is shivering uncontrollably, cover the patient with a blanket. Try to give the warmth with the hot water bags, give warm drinks, and ensure that a person does not fall down, because in this, because person is shivering, so there may be chances that person may fall down to prevent the patient from the falling. Now, hot stage. In the hot stage, skin feels very hot and dry, patient feel very thirsty, the shivering stops, the person become restless, and the temperature may continue to rise. So what is the nursing care during this hot stage? Remove all the blankets and the hot appliances. Cover only with a thin blanket. Provide cold drinks. Uh, and apply cold compress to the head to relieve any congestion or the headache. Record the temperature every 10 to 15 minutes. Watch the pulse and the respiration carefully. Provide cold sponge if temperature goes above 105 Fahrenheit, and wait for the early signs of sweating. So this is the nursing care during the hot stage. Now the sweating stage. As the name is suggesting, the person will sweat profusely, temperature will fall down, pulse will improve, the acute discomfort will be diminished, but person may go into a state of shock and collapse if not cared properly. if the fluid and electrolyte balance is not maintained. So change the bedclothes, provide quick sponge, dry the client and change his or her clothes. Provide the drinks, ensure that the person's vital signs are maintained normal. So this is the rigor, and we have discussed about the stages of rigor and the nursing care during these stages. So in today's session we discussed about the sites of taking the temperature, the measurement of temperature, and what are the advantages, disadvantages and general instructions regarding these, and about the care of the person with the rigor. So this was all about today's session. Thank you so much.